Arjun woke up at 8:45. He quickly looked at the clock, grunted, and jolted up from bed. He had a call at 9 a.m. sharp, brushed, freshened up, and logged in with a black screen. He kept chopping the vegetables while Aruna, his wife, logged in their son for his online classes. He was attentive enough for, "What do you think about this, Arjun?" He was sure his manager would ask to check on him. They could never develop a bond of trust, and he often found his manager micromanaging. Especially now in this pandemic situation where he could not walk up to Arjun's desk frequently to check if Arjun was working or browsing social media. Well, in a way, Arjun felt relieved not to go to office, but he missed people. Staying at home was taking a toll on his nerves. He was getting cranky. Aruna and Arjun would now quarrel about petty menial things, the dishes, how much each was doing for the household, and why couldn't he get up and take his own food. Aruna felt she was being taken advantage of just because she took a break from work for conceiving Arav. "If you don't earn, you're not valued," was what her mother kept saying to her. She missed her office, her colleagues, the high of closing a sale. She wasn't able to join back as one thing progressed into another, and a distasteful, disbelieving voice finally asked, "What do you think, Arjun?" And Arjun repeated a close summary of what his manager had been saying. He was now used to this everyday drill. It wasn't like this always. He was the one to come up with new ideas and initiatives in his previous company. He switched for a 20% increment, and after 2 weeks of joining, regretted immediately. This early switch on his career and the ticking EMI for the house kept him tied to the job and say yes each time he wanted to say no. He was afraid of contracting COVID for his family's sustenance. What would happen if he shrugged off the thought and it would raise its venomous head every now and then, increase his heartbeat and make his palms sweat, and he would drink a cup of hot kadha, take steam, sanitize to protect himself and his family. Office had been pressuring him to join as soon as possible, and he had been putting them off by making one excuse or another. In reality, he feared for Arav. He knew he wouldn't get the appraisal this year, and others had been compliant and agreed. Everyone had been working off 12 hours each day. There was work, and then there were meetings about work, about updates on those meetings, to communicate and to get everyone on the same page. Things that could have been easily communicated on email were being talked about on calls. Resources were well held up on calls to ensure everyone got the message, and other departments would start taking project discussions on separate email chains, which would escalate at some point and then come back saying, "But we were told something else." There would be politics between departments, and the most vulnerable, soft target would find a warning email lying in his mailbox. The situation was stressing, and HR guys wanted to organize a team bonding activity to get things straightened up. They didn't get it, Arjun felt. He wished the pandemic would get over soon and he would apply to any company but not work here for another day. The light at the end of the tunnel kept him going. Is that the situation at your workplace? Low employee morale and high levels of distrust. Conflicts? If so, reach out for a session to sensitize and help your employees feel heard, open up, and talk about their fears. Let us together make this work and get work done in COVID-19 situation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comment section below. Until the next time that we meet, you take care.